Heads up, everybody, we are recording a little bit early this week, so we will not be addressing whatever faction rally changes that Bungie brings up, but we're recording an early episode next week because it's E3. We had to sort of shuffle things around a little bit, but we're all good to go now. So at the top of the show, everybody, exotic armor has been changed. Masterworks of exotics. A few of the items impacted were Lunafaction, Mechaneer's Trick Sleeves, the Dragon Shadow Line Rampant, Synthoceps, and Sunbracers. Go watch last week's episode to know all of the changes with those weapons and what we hypothesize. But this week, we've seen them in action, and as predicted, Lunafactions are ridiculous. They were probably the best item. We have a clip playing probably right now, watching Callus be melted. Pretty good, right?
Yep. And actually, for clarification, they buffed exotics, but Masterworks are still coming, right? They're not quite out yet?
The exotic armor is out. The exotic Masterworks for weapons are out. So when you wear Lunafactions right now, not only do they extend the range of your weapon, but they automatically reload your weapon. So people are melting raid bosses, and it's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, that clip is insane.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when we used the reloader arms, what they were called, like just to go between two autos, and people were like, oh man, I'm using Sweet Business and my Uriels or whatever, and that felt good. But this is insane.
Yeah.
So Lunafaction boots, so before you had to step off of the rift and come back on to reload. In fact, it was not intuitive in my opinion. I was like, what? It's not working.
Yeah.
They fixed it as, I think, as it was intended. Now you just stand there and melt. It's like a laser beam until you run out of ammo.
Yeah, that's how it should have worked. I'm glad they made this adjustment, and it is one of the more powerful exotics. And I'm glad they're kind of letting us break the sandbox. That's that power fantasy in Destiny, right?
Yeah.
I like it because it seems really overpowered when you watch the clip. But what I love is, like, it's still, you got to remember, like, it's very contextual, right? Like, how many times in Destiny can you just stand there and not move and shoot something?
Every
like,
raid boss.
It's pretty situational.
Yeah.
You have to have the rift available as well. So,
But, like, this is just a great example, like, of a change where it feels really powerful in PvE, but, like, it could not work in PvP.
Oh, yeah.
you're not just going to stand there.
Yeah, like, it feels balanced to me.
I'm sure there are, like, with all the team shooting, like, you could probably just stand there, Luna, and just fire into a corridor.
Or four people on, like, a rift.
That would
like,
be
with
so
shield,
good.
like,
If you have two Warlocks, you just, like, corner off a spawn and just, like, keep them there the whole game. Yeah. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, I mean, it reloads everything, though, right? You're heavy as well.
You're heavy, too. So, like,
everything.
people are unloading all their Darcy into a boss. The clip that we showed, they're using Suros and just unloading only primary on Callus and like getting them halfway on plate 1.
So it seems most effective with weapons like Suros that have like the spooling up effect, where like or Sweet Business, where the faster you fire, the longer you fire, the faster you fire, and like at max fire rate, you're not firing individual bullets anymore. It's just like a stream of nonstop fireable. It's amazing.
I'd imagine no, never mind. It's so crazy. I do like that about it, though. It is situational, though.
Yeah.
Like, you do have to have the rift. It's when I saw it on Callus, it looked broken to me. But I can understand, again, like, you're only going to have so many rifts.
It's so fantastic.
Yeah. And plus, let's face it, we're done. Like, Callus, we've already mastered.
And also, like,
no big
broken is good because broken isn't boring.
Yeah,
it's
it makes
just
it fun.
what it was before. So,
Well, it gives you a reason to go back and try it.
Yeah, totally.
So
that's
one of the best.
I can see the LFG post now. Looking for one, must be Warlock, must have Lunafaction.
Exactly, right?
That'd be really cool. The other one that we kind of saw some talk about was Synthoceps on the Titan. Basically, if 3 players in PvP are near you, you can punch somebody once and they die.
Yeah,
I think just a few.
And then the next player, and then the next player.
Yeah, you get more melee damage when players are near you. In PvP, it's like 2 or 3. Not sure the exact number, but there's a clip with a guy meleeing the first person with a 1 melee, kills him, melees the second person, kills him, and then melees the third person. And then since he's a Sentinel Titan, he has an overshield throughout this whole thing. So he's basically a tank.
He's testing it out in private matches.
Yeah.
So there's your PvP play, Sean.
Yeah, because this is something where, like, I don't know, in PvE, you don't really want to get close to the bosses or the big guys, like to melee them.
You're in
generally a bad strategy.
escalation protocol and wave 7,
punch.
Except for melting point, often you hit them with that.
Yeah,
and
a decimate one.
but you're in and out. In D2. Yeah.
But Melting Point was definitely like people don't really use that.
They
Well, people are
100%
using
use
it
it in
now.
Inspire Stars.
Yeah.
Do
Final
go
Boss.
back to
It's
it.
pretty big now. Yeah.
But anyway, but for PvP, yeah, it's cool. I wanted to quickly read the exacts of what it was. So the mechanical change on synthoceps was previously the perk adjusted your melee damage depending on the number of enemies surrounding you. Now it grants a flat bonus to melee and super damage when you're surrounded by 3 or more enemies. The buff is retained for a short duration after you are no longer surrounded. So you do, like once you get surrounded, you get this super and melee buff.
Yep.
Bungie was basically like, you guys are complaining about 3-hit melees. Well, here's 1-hit melee.
I like that.
I like it. I like it.
I like the idea of, synthoceps now seems to be just like, come at me. And you wait, and then you're like,
Well, I can see.
In a practical situation, having tried them, they're not great.
What? They're
That's
awesome.
not
In PvP,
Yeah. I can see LFG posts now looking for one for trials. Must be Titan, must have synthesis.
base your whole like review of Destiny off of LFG now.
I don't know. I think it's awesome. And you get the extra melee distance.
It's cool. You're never going to end up in that situation, though. Maybe you'll get 1 kill
I don't
and
know,
then you'll
man.
get
Like,
melted.
it feels like you're always. It feels to me like I'm always getting shot by 2 people. Like when I'm fighting anyone in Destiny 2.
Try it out. Try it out.
I think it's more like when you probably drop into next to someone or you get the drop on them, it's probably good in that situation.
I tried it for a while, and I'm like, all right, these don't do enough. I'd rather my 2 grenades.
With any luck, it's the type of
Armamentarium.
it's the type of exotic that no, of course it doesn't work every second of the game, but when you get that moment, that hero moment, which we all love, you are like, oh my god, like the reaction that we saw.
Of course, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just
Like, we're not saying you think it's OP.
No. Having used it,
I
you
think
don't
it's
really end up
OP.
in-
See, I was trying to get that out of him. You
I think
it
it's
looks
OP.
I don't think it's OP.
I play a Titan and I haven't tried it specifically yet, so we'll weigh in next
These
week. But
changes-
I want to
Right
know.
Yeah.
I
These
wanna
changes just went in,
Yeah.
and they had a little server downtime too, and so we're still going to be catching up this weekend.
The others were Mechaneer's Trick Sleeves, the Dragon Shadow, Lion Rampant, and Sunbracers. With Lion Rampant, I know it's you can still hip fire while having the traversal, which is kind of nice. Dragon Shadow and Mechaneers. Mechaneers allows you to quickly swap to your sidearm, and you have the
Swapping to a sidearm while critically wounded greatly increases its damage.
Yeah.
So that is the idea, and that's what they talked about it as, is like that last resort feeling. That's
Yeah.
the intention of that. It's like crap. So they claim that now it kind of has that feeling. I haven't, used it at all.
And you're there near Warlock, but we're Sunbracers.
Yeah, I was going to say this.
Did you try this?
No, I want to.
So-
Has anyone tried this?
Yeah, Brian Malkowitz,
Okay.
who mains a Warlock, our producer out there, and PvE super tryhard out there.
Yeah.
Wait, can I read what it is first?
Yes, go.
So original effect replaced on Sunbracers with increases the duration of solar grenades. Solar melee kills grant unlimited solar grenade energy for a brief time.
Yeah.
So this brief time, Brian Malkowitz sent me a video. He went and tested it out. He can get off 5 grenades spamming it.
Yeah.
That's about as far as it goes. Okay.
Yeah.
But you have a fully charged melee, I
Yeah,
guess.
you
boom.
melee and then
you're like,
do. Yeah, like
that seems like it'd be really good for PvE. I don't, know for PvP necessarily. Maybe like chasing someone down close.
You got to get that melee kill first, right?
But
and then
solar
you just
nades
start
aren't
spamming.
It
Like-
also is not like you still have to throw each one, right? So there's
But you know
some
how
delay.
like in PvE, yeah, I'm just trying to think of how it might work in PvP. Like you know how when
You
you're
just
about
nuke
to
a
die,
section.
people just throw grenades like in
Yeah.
order like just so they might get a kill, right? Like I can imagine meleeing someone to get a kill and just hucking hella grenades everywhere.
my feeling is it's probably a little slow in PvP, but I can like for PvE, this sounds cool to go up to an
for
enemy
sure.
when Solar Singe is active. First, take their shield or whatever with them, and then just like fry
or
them.
just like you find
PvE would be fun.
seems cool.
just find a thrall or something that's going to activate it instantly no matter
Yeah,
what.
or a
you hit.
wave of thralls.
Yeah, and then like
Yeah.
throw it at the boss and get a bunch of damage immediately. That'd
I
be really
wish
cool.
it was on stickies. They don't have them anymore, but not for Warlocks, right? But maybe that's coming in the future.
So what about Dragon Shadow? What was that one, Frank?
I've been using Dragon Shadow a lot. I like it.
Yeah.
What does it do?
So there's 2 dodges on the Hunter. One it's like the twirl where it reloads all your
Marksmen,
weapons.
gamblers.
And then there's the
Oh,
D1
this reloads
dodge.
everything.
Yeah, so now you can use the D1 dodge, which I like better than the twirl. You get your melee back and your weapons are reloaded, and after you dodge, you get like a crazy mobility boost. And I don't know if it's better than the Wormhusk Crown Helmet when you get your health back.
Yeah.
But I really like dodging and getting all my weapons reloaded.
Yeah.
I like both, but yeah, I like it a lot. It's cool.
Yeah, they say dodging reloads all weapons simultaneously. The effects of Wraith Metal Mail now also include a bonus to mobility. So before it was movement and some ability boost, but they've added I think they say it's a +5, was it? I think I read that
it's
somewhere.
awesome.
That was like a +5 or something.
And then
Do you guys think it's really interesting that so far all of these exotic armor changes seem to reflect the original philosophy of each of these classes?
They're trying to. Yeah, they describe Dragon
Titan
Shadow
melee
as.
oriented.
I believe that the one they described more as the ninja. 'Cause that's the design.
Hunters
I-
are like
so it's-
agile, like agility based.
I did notice that. Yeah, I brought that up last week, and I'm kind of like, it's kind of cool that the first exotic pass was leaning into the archetypes, like you're saying, Sean. And I actually like that. I like
because
that.
it was always a big joke in
They're
Destiny
different.
1 where it was like I chose Titans because I wanted to be a big tank and
Yeah.
you know how it had like a little description of the class and
Yeah.
for Titans it was like in close quarters a fist is better than any gun. I was like
Yeah.
that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
And then you play the Titan, you have these little T-Rex arms.
Yeah.
You can't melee at all.
Yeah.
Because you're so like you have no range.
Incapacitated, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wraith Metal Mail, by the way, I double checked. It was handling on weapons in addition to that movement buff. So they've just buffed that a little more with reloading all weapons.
So to wrap up that segment quickly, do you think any of those are OP?
Well,
I think
okay.
Lunafaction seems for.
Synthoceps are OP in PvP.
No, I disagree. But anyway, go ahead.
We'll see what the comments say. But I like OP in PvE. I don't mind OP in PvE. Lunafaction boots are great. Sun bracers are great. Lion Rampant is cool. I haven't tried Lion Rampant, but
Yeah, it's just hip fire, right? So.
yeah. And I like the concept of the trick sleeves.
Yeah,
But
I don't.
I haven't tried it yet either.
Just to answer the question for me, I don't think anything's OP. I think it's all fun and all positive changes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think anything's breaking the game or making it bad for players because you can sort of even the playing field with wearing your own syntheseps, for example.
Yeah,
If you're a Titan.
Yeah, and
What
like
about you,
I was thinking about like, are there any? There are. What I'm thinking about are what are the best exotics already? Exotics. What I'd say, I play a
rig.
hunter a lot,
Yeah.
so there are already some good exotics. So what they were doing, as I understand, is looking at the ones that were useless. Frankly, maybe not totally useless, but
Yeah.
really making them work.
People use Luna.
I use Ride and Flux all the time. It's insanely fun on the Hunter to get extended Arc Strider and just, it's crazy. Like I'm always waiting for my Arc Strider to be done and I just like keep going across the map. It's insane.
Hey, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you want to do that, or check out all of our other episodes right here.